What you need to do if you have this mission accomplished is worry about your actions, not anybody else's. The biggest problem in our society right now is everybody worries about everybody's actions but their own. If you, even for a second, think it's a good idea for Apple and Google and Facebook to help you be less addicted, you are on the path of losing. You don't like Instagram? Delete it. The second we allow ourselves to let the machines help us, help ourselves, is the second you become more vulnerable. I believe that.
Can you explain that more?
Sure. Like, you want Apple to limit the amount of time you're on Instagram for you? Like, you think that's the way, that's what, you want that? Mazel tov, take it. But like, I promise you, then there's gonna be the next thing, and the next thing, and the next thing. You're either social media is exposing us, it's not changing us. There is no social media, brother. They're empty pipes. Social media doesn't make you mean. Social media doesn't make you insecure. You're insecure, you're mean. We're getting exposed, not changed. We're addicted to human interaction. The reason the world exists in a world where we've had atomic bombs for 70 years is we like each other. We're not addicted to social media. We are interactive creatures. You're addicted to people. Cool. You don't want to be on Instagram? Go read Vogue. Knock yourself out. This is a very fun thing for me to watch evolve. People don't like being held accountable. So, a lot of things, the way that these platforms claim they're addictive is the way a lot of things are addictive. Are we gonna ban pretty people? Are we gonna limit our time to watching comedy? Are we gonna limit the time we listen to music? This is the demonization, bless you, this is the demonization of technology. Let me give you a really good piece of advice. Go read the articles around the kaleidoscope. I'm being dead serious. Go Google the early articles around the kaleidoscope. You'll think you're reading about Instagram. History's got all the answers. I could not be in this program because I failed all my classes, but the one class I was good at was history, and it is the continuous framework of how I think about a lot of this stuff. Literally, the articles of the kaleidoscope are making the same arguments now. So, if you have FOMO, it's because you have levels of insecurity that are raging, which has a lot more to do with the way you were parented and where you grew up and the natural DNA you were given, not Snapchat. So how do I think it's gonna play out? In its worst, our government gets disproportionately involved, which will be fine. I could care less. Just so everybody knows, I care about attention, not social media. So if we all stop doing social media, I'm gonna figure out where your eyes and ears are going. You're gonna go somewhere. We're not locking ourselves up in a room. So I don't give a Google and Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and Snapchat and TikTok and LinkedIn can disappear off the face of the earth tomorrow, and I'd probably be the single happiest person because my most comfortable state is reacting quickly to where attention goes. I just feel bad for any human being that thinks that's gonna help them, because they're gonna find something else to complain about or to be controlled by. This is an internal framework conversation, not an external technology conversation. I'm really in rarefied air of like deep obsession with my process and enjoyment and lack of anxiety from it and lack of burnout from it. I think I hit my crescendo. I think I'm more of an artist. I don't think people realize that business women and men are actually, there's a certain version of us that are artists that genuinely like this more than anything. Like singing, like Beyonce's a workaholic.
Yeah.
You know, like Kobe was a workaholic.
Obsessing over their craft, their art form, their expression. Yeah.
So for me, like we demonize it in entrepreneurship and corporate life, but we don't in art. We put artists, oh, he's in the studio all the time, wow. You know, painting all the time, wow. Cooking and traveling the world to buy food, wow. Business, oh, he's gonna burn out. He's gonna suicidal.
Why
It's
is that?
too-
Is that just because of the old way of thinking, like getting burnt out in the corporate world of doing
Yeah.
a job you hate?
Yeah,
And
yeah, money. I don't think people, like Mark Teixeira made $213 million playing baseball, but if some entrepreneur makes 30 million, they get demonized. It's just culture. It's just culture, and it's okay. Like I don't think that's wrong, right, or indifferent. It's just the obvious observation, right? We demonize the startup founder or the businesswoman much, much more than the entertainer that makes way more money. What you need to do if you have this mission accomplished is worry about your actions, not anybody else's. The biggest problem in our society right now is everybody worries about everybody's actions but their own. On every side of the equation. So what I would tell you to do is what I'm doing for a living, which is I have unbelievable social wants of kindness for the world, but I'm not gonna allow my friends to tell me how to do that. My friends tell me I need to be a keyboard warrior on Twitter. I think they're full of and trying to look good on social media but don't live their truth.
So it's about understanding the unique perspective that you bring and not letting other people kind of like play with that.
In action, meaning continue to do your podcast, continue to put out content, continue to wear your t-shirt, but not worry about what anybody else is doing with it, because when you try to boil the ocean, you don't.
You do make a difference. There is something they would lose if you were not there. There was something that they would miss if you were not there. You do make a difference.